ETV Sports presents Eagan High School Wildcat Basketball. Tonight, the Wildcats take on the Farmington Tigers.
And welcome everyone, it's basketball time here at the corner of Diffley and Braddock as we have a JV conference battle between the Eagan Wildcats and the Farmington Tigers. Ball goes back out, Lily Fandre for Eagan's first possession, over to Lindsay Cheddar. Cheddar working over to Polonsky. Polonsky looking, passes on Remmel, now dribbles, goes into Hoke, reconsiders, over to Remmel. Remmel top of the three-point line. Defender drop low into Hoke, ball is knocked away. Once again, I'm Brian Polonsky here with my tag team partner, Andy Miller, calling you basketball here from Eagan Gymnasium.
Yeah, it's where it's sunny and 70 in the gym and 14 degrees outside.
Just the way we like it.
That's right.
Ball dropped down to Cheddar. Shot knocked away. Possession will stay with Eagan. Lily Fandre to inbound. Good defense by Farmington.
Almost got the 5 seconds.
4 and 7.5 seconds. Ball's over to Remmel on the baseline. Remmel back to Polonsky. Drops into Hoke. Hoke the double team. Ball knocked away. Recovered by Remmel. Left-handed shot up on the rim won't go. Gonna go to the free throw line for efforts there, partner.
A little bit of a late foul right there, but Remmel's hustling underneath the basket from one side to the other and picks up that rebound and gets the foul on the putback. Here we go on the replay. That's Hoke. She's going to get the block shot, but Remmel's hustling. She picks it up, and then the arm comes down, and she draws foul. Good things happen when you go to the basket, and that's what she was doing, hustling underneath.
The golden rule remains true.
It does. Now, if we make a free throw, just like that.
First points of the game, Grace Remmel converts the free throw. Sydney Blandon running the point for Farmington. Gets it over to Weibold. Weibold back to Blandon. Blandon drops into Weibold. Out to Moore.
Shot by Laub.
Rebound cleared by Polonsky. Over to Fandre as if Eagan comes the other way.
Lily's really pushing the ball up hard. And oh, that was nice take to the basket. Just laid her shoulder into that defensive player. Again, drawing the foul.
Good to see Wildcats getting out in transition.
Yep.
Foul will go against number 20, Samantha Wiebold. That'll be her second, team third quickly here in the first half of basketball. As Fandre misses the front end. What are you looking to see here tonight out of both squads, Andy?
Some good basketball. Should be a good game. They should be, teams I think are well matched up. And some good basketball.
Last time these two teams played, it was a very tight game coming down to the last 2 minutes of the game. Coming into this game, Farmington JV overall record of 14 and 7 versus Eagan's 11 and 11.
Yeah.
Baseline shot won't go for Farmington. Rebound cleared by Fandre, and Fandre looks to push the pace in transition. Yeah, stops at the elbow over to Polonsky.
She's been really pushing it up hard these last couple times up the court.
Polonsky over to Fandre. Left-handed pass to Hoke underneath.
Not sure that was quite the pass.
That was an assist, Andy, if I ever did see it. Delaney Hoke with good heads-up play.
I would hope you'd be the stat taker on my team, that's for sure.
We are at home. We are at home. Farmington shot won't go. Rebound volleyballed on the ground.
We get a travel there? No.
We're going to have a jump ball. Lindsay Cheddar and Samantha Wiebold both fighting hard for their respective teams.
Kind of thought the Farmington player was rolling around there with the ball in possession, but ref saw a little different. Ooh, little quick hand there by Cheddar.
Quick hands by Lindsay Cheddar, working against Blandon. Blandon gets into the lane.
And we're going to get a call.
Going to get a reach for Lily Fandre. That'll be her first team first.
And the replay here, she's going into that nice little pass to Hoke. Does the nice finish on that job. Wildcats up 4-0.
starts this year for the JV squad have been up and down. They had several games where they got off to nice leads, and then they've had several others where it really took a long time to get going. So we'll see if this plays out tonight. Blandon working against Cheddar, picks up the dribble, drops into Moore. Moore back to Blandon. Blandon outside to Wiebold. Wiebold gets to the elbow, dishes back to Blandon. Blandon with the left-hand drive in the lane, got up and in.
Nice little drive to the lane.
Sydney Blandon, Farmington's first 2 points of the game. Very good move.
Yep. They're a little patient on that offensive set, and they were able to get a nice left-hand layup.
Polonsky working in the forecourt, picks up the dribble. Up to Cheddar. Cheddar doesn't see Hoke at the bottom. Now she does. Gets it knocked away.
Hoke was so wide open underneath there.
Grace Remmel, three-ball rattles up, out and back in again. Grace Remmel.
That's a nice touch when you get a little backspin to bounce it back into the rim like that.
Breaking out the trick shots here in the first half. Blandon again working with Cheddar. Triples with the right, now left. Picks up the dribble. Drops it into Moore. Moore working on Polonsky. Gets to the elbow. Shot up in the air. Matches the English of her own there.
Yep.
Inbound to Polonsky. Polonsky don't looking for Fandre. Ball is knocked away.
Eagan's to be a little bit more relaxed on that press. They got to take their time a little bit, not push it too hard.
Didn't need it at that point. Three ball in the air won't go. We have a jump ball.
Sid, take that shot if you have it.
Polonsky and Moore.
There's
Farmington with this full court man pressure here. Fandre working across the right sidelines, down low to Polonsky. Polonsky, nice touch pass to Hoke.
Yeah, she was there again. They found her this time.
Good ball movement. Ball did not touch the floor on the other side for Eagan Wildcats. 9-4 Eagan lead. Blandon working on Cheddar. Back out to Lauby. Back to Blandon. Three in the air. Rattles in and out.
Nice rebound.
Clears. Yes.
Nice rebound coming in there.
And here come the Wildcats. Lily Fandre pushing.
Oh, then she's going to get called foul on that one. One step too many. Trying to float it in there.
Good aggressiveness. Cheddar picks up Blandon at the half court. Working off a high screen. Dishes out to Wiebold. Wiebold misses everything.
And you should have grabbed that rebound. That was right there to get. Nice strong drive, but wasn't able to finish.
Bobby gets into the paint, can't get it to fall. Fandre comes the other way.
A little hesitation
Gets
move with her.
Elbow over to Polonsky. Top of the arc. Over to Remmel. Remmel working off Polonsky pick, now rolls out. Over to Cheddar. Gets it to Fandre baseline. Fandre hard with the left.
Oh, nice touch.
Left-handed runner.
Yep.
Very nice play, Lily Fandre. She can go either way and finish with either hand. Just an 8th grader. Blandon again working on Cheddar with the left hand. Back out to three in the air for Lauby. Lauby, shot won't go. Back of the rim, rebounded by Moore. That shot won't go. Third attempt at it for Farmington.
That was Scott.
Maya Scott, who had checked into the game, grabbed the offensive rebound, went back up and in. Or not in, rather, but was fouled. Foul's going to go against Lily Fandre. That'll be her second, team second. Eagan need to clear that defensive rebound there.
Yeah, they did, you know, and we don't like to see Lily pick up that second foul so early in the first half either. I think Shemed should be coming out here. We got Karina Hansen and Morgan Eckerly coming in.
Head coach Josh Stacy not taking any chances with Fandre picking up her second at the 10.5-minute mark here.
Yep.
First free throw is good. Second free throw rattles off. Karina Hansen chases down the rebound. She's trapped in the corner.
Oh. Tough to pass the tough pass to the ankles to catch.
Yes.
But and I think that's going to be a jump right.
Jump ball. Possession will stay with Farmington as Scott looks to inbound. Also entering the game for Farmington, Abby Clayton. And Christine Steffi. Steffi has the ball.
The patented Farmington high post offense.
High pass picked off by Eagan. Grace Remmel going the other way. 2-on-1. Gets it.
Ooh, that was a Nice dish off by Remmel.
Just wouldn't go. Lindsay Cheddar chases down the loose ball. Jump shot back of the rim. No, Karina Hansen there for the backdoor rebound. Lays it up and in.
Very nice.
Eagan hitting the offensive glass very frequently. As Steffi's works.
We got Farmington running that high post offense. They like to bring their big player up onto the top and then run around him. Get him to roll, set that down screen.
Look at her.
Eagan should know that. We used to run it here for many years back. So.
Certainly a little bit of history and crossover on the two programs, right, partner?
There is. Oh, nice defensive by Hansen.
Hansen up to
Eckerly.
Eckerly. Morgan's shot won't go. Ball batted around. Polonsky tries to save.
Oh, it's a good save. She must have stepped out of bounds.
Going to stay with Eagan. As Blandon and Lauby check back in for Farmington. Weibold and Moore take a break. Hansen to inbound. Over to Polonsky on the block.
Nice up fake. Yep.
Good pump fake. Jocelyn Polonsky.
That was good hustle coming down on that little break when she started to play. Cut down hard, and that allowed her to get that open pass.
Steffi's working. Nice drop down pass along the baseline. Over to Maya Scott. Maya Scott with a good hesitation move up to the basket. Going to head to the free throw line for her efforts.
I think they called that on Grace Remmel, right? Yeah, it didn't look like there was much of a foul down there. I'm not sure where Grace came in. Shetter was holding her place well. Grace must have got her from the back or something.
Phantom as Ashley Erickson checks in for Grace Remmel.
She did. She came down on the back of her arm there.
Free throw attempt won't go. Rebound cleared by Polonsky. Over to Eckerly. Eckerly pushes ahead with pace. Over to Polonsky. Polonsky parts the seas, gets to the line, to the lane. She lays it up and in.
She saw that one all the way, man. There was a big open lane, and she wasn't going to let that go to waste.
Almost appeared she was calling for that ball back at the forecourt. Farmington pass goes cross court over to Blandon. Lindsay Cheddar saw that ball dangling in front of her, couldn't help herself.
No, she had to reach in and try and get it, and ended up getting the foul.
Eagan ahead 17-5 here at the 8:40 mark of the first half. A lot of points for the Wildcats thus far.
Yeah, they're doing good. They're being aggressive to the basket. They're really pushing the ball up hard, and when they get to the other end of the court, they're going to the basket.
So certainly the most pace we've seen from the JV squad here in the last several weeks.
Yeah.
They look fresh and rested. Inbound to Eckerly. Eckerly working on the double team, picks up the dribble. Over to Hansen. Hansen to Polonsky. Polonsky attacks.
3-on-2
over
here.
to Cheddar, three-pointer. That's good.
Nice play. That was a good press break right there. You know, a lot of patience in the upcourt. And then they got a 3-on-2 into the backcourt and got the easy shot.
Nice baseline take by Scott. First shot won't go. Ball on the floor.
Oh, people flying around left and right.
Bodies flying everywhere. Everyone seems to be okay. As number 21, Caitlin Moore is going to check back in for an active Maya Scott.
There's the setup three.
Wow, well-designed play to get it over two Wildcats.
Yeah.
Trying to close out on that three. Eckerly working in the forecourt. Over to Hansen. Hansen catches, dribbles with the left. Ahead to Cheddar. Cheddar has 3-on-2, pulls it back, wants to be safe with it. Eckerly over to Erickson in the corner, who's checked in.
Yeah, she was open underneath in that play. If we'd been a little quicker, we could have got her down low.
Polonsky to Eckerly. Eckerly will shoot the three, won't go. Rebound Erickson. Pivots in the lane, loses the handle. Caitlin Moore comes away with the ball, and now Lindsay Cheddar jumps the passing lane. Eagan the other way.
Good heads-up play by Cheddar, seeing that pass coming in and just jumping on it.
Cheddar hesitates, now back right. Over to Erickson, reverse ball to Hansen. Hansen has steps.
Yep.
Good move.
To see actually Erickson back in. She's been out for a few weeks with a concussion and some other things, so good to see her back playing.
The curse of the Eagan injury bug has been running rampant lately. It's certainly good to get Ashley Erickson back.
Yep.
Ball knocked to Clayton. Clayton puts it on the floor, goes hard to the lane, shot won't go. Rebound Polonsky. Gets it ahead to Eckerly. Again, Eagan looking to press.
Sam, you're the one.
Over to Hansen with the left hand. Dishes back out to Erickson.
She shuffled a little bit there, too. Yeah, you know, the last time we broadcast a game, I think we were playing with basically 3 people, right?
Pretty close to it, Barter. You're right.
Yeah, now we're finally back to a regular lineup. We're getting some good rotations in. And
multiple substitutions. Hansen and Erickson will sit down. Hoke and Remmel back in
High post.
for the Wildcats. Score 20-8 here at the 6:45 mark.
seems like seems like it'd be closer game. It's a game. Watching the game, it seems like it's a closer game than Eagan up by 12.
Are you implying that I'm playing with the scoreboard, partner?
There we go.
Shot won't
Nice.
go by Farmington. Rebounded by Polonsky.
Good.
Polonsky gets it to Erickson at the half-court line, and she calls out Coach Josh Stacy's play. Works off Polonsky's screen, going to the backdoor lob.
Oh.
Polonsky goes up to get it.
Nice layup.
Lays it up and in over an extended Lexi lob.
That was a great play.
Very well run by the Wildcats.
Good execution there. And a good finish by Plonsky.
Erickson working hard on Weibold. Ball over to Laube. Laube gets it out to Jessica Gibson, who had just checked in. Back to Laube. Laube's 3 won't go. Ball batted around, retained by Remmel.
Good.
Remmel over to Polonsky. Polonsky looks to attack from the half-court line to the block. Shot won't go.
She came in from out of bounds. He's laughing at that one. Doggone it. I could have had that.
Samantha Weibold directing the Farmington offense. Goes off of a pick by
Ooh,
Moore.
look at a little push off there in that dribble. Oh, now we're going to travel.
We're going to have a quick travel. Jessica Gibson. Farmington will turn it over. Back to the Eagan Wildcats. Farmington seems to have backed off a little bit of that full court pressure from the first couple minutes. And just as I say it, here comes the double team.
They come.
Remmel tries to get it to Polonsky. Pass is jumped by Lexi Laube. Gets it to head to Maya Scott, and Scott's going to go to the free throw line.
She's an athletic. Scott's an athletic girl, man. She really took that ball up strong.
Yeah, she's been impressive in this first half. She seems to really run with pace.
Here's the replay, and yep, just they were good anticipation by Farmington, and they didn't know where that pass was going to jump it.
Laube converts the first. Second rattles out. Rebound Polonsky. Gets it ahead to Remmel. Remmel dribbles right then left over to Polonsky. Top of the 3, ball in the air. Shot won't go. Gets her own rebound. Oh, nice drop step pass to Lindsay Cheddar.
Yeah,
that shot won't go.
That was a great pass.
Rebound cleared by Farmington. Ahead to Moore. Moore gets into the paint. Shot off the front of the rim. Corralled by Polonsky. Gets it to Eckerly.
That was a nice pass in that last play. I think it was right in the front, and Cheddar just needed to put that in, but it bounced out.
Oh, Cheddar trying to get it into Hope. Ball is taken away by Moore. That's 2 consecutive steals for Moore. And Grace Remmel's going to get her second foul in 30 seconds, her third for the
already.
first half, yes. Kind of came in bunches on her.
Well, Coach Stacy's going to take maybe a little breather timeout here.
I think so. Probably still
breath.
pleased with where they're at. 22-9 Wildcat lead here. 4:41 remaining in the first half.
Yep. It's been a good game.
Yeah, Eagan's played with good pace.
Yep.
Seeing some replays. Here's the backdoor lob from Eckerly to Polonsky. Polonsky going up strong with the right hand.
Yep. That was a good play. Nice set play there that Eagan executed well. You know, it's nice. You love executed plays that get you that right-handed layup, right? That's a nice gimme shot.
When they run just the way the coach draws them up,
Yep.
can't be happier.
Another nice right-hand layup.
Returning for Eagan is Hansen, Hoke, Polonsky, Cheddar, and Eckerly.
Yeah. Eagan is got Farmington in the bonus. We've got 7 fouls.
Catherine Moore converts the first. Second won't go. Polonsky clears.
Yeah, between
4.5 minutes is a lot of time to be in the bonus.
right. Yeah.
Fandry with 2 and
Remmel 3.
Remmel with 3. Polonsky working with the left hand, tries to drop it into Hoke. Ball is poked away. Taken ahead by Scott. Scott with a nice drop down to Moore, who can't finish. Rebound's cleared by Hoke. Eckerly calling out Coach Stacy's play. Puts it on the wing to Polonsky. Polonsky looking to Hoke, decides better, goes to Hansen. Top of the three, over to Cheddar. Cheddar to Eckerly.
Boy, Hoke wants that ball underneath. She's
working
like
hard,
it up.
and there it is. Dribbles with the right hand, power move.
I've got it. Now I'm going somewhere with it. Oh, a good steal
Comes
by
back with good hustle.
Yeah.
Foul is going to be on Caitlin Moore. It's going to stay on the floor. Nice piece of work there by Delaney Hoke.
Yeah.
Getting after her own rebound. She was working hard to get that position.
Hoke's almost got. She's lucky she didn't get a foul on that one. The way she came in and took that ball away. So, but it went our way. She got the steal and then she drew the foul. Farmington's only got 4 team fouls.
Your subs get them right down the
Referee advising substitution procedures here.
Right.
Gotta make sure everything's in order here, partner.
Yeah, well, you're so good looking, they want to stop right in front of you.
Can be distracted.
Yep.
Hoke's baseline shot won't go. Polonsky rebound, that won't go. Battle for the ball. It's going to be a jump ball. Both sides very aggressive.
Let's go to Eagan. Stay here.
Hansen to inbound. Getting tight. Gets it over to Eckerly. Eckerly working on Wiebold. Drops it into Polonsky. Goes up strong with shots rejected by Scott. 3 in the air. Wow. Samantha Wiebold.
Eagan got to be careful not to let them get back in the game too much here with some of those three-point shots. I feel like momentum is shifting a little bit.
Yeah, I think you're right there, partner. Eckerly's working against a two-person press. Turnover. That's exactly what my partner was referring to.
Oh, good.
Shot won't go. Polonsky clears.
Oh, there's
Eckerly, long pass ahead to someone in between Hoke and Cheddar.
I think we're going to get, yep, she's out of bounds.
Maya Scott on the floor, on both ends of the floor. She's bringing a lot of energy to this Farmington squad.
She certainly is. I think that pass was getting to Hoke, and then Cheddar got in the way of it, trying to get it. Oh,
errant inbound pass. Lindsay Cheddar going to have to chase it down.
No.
No, that's not a. He recognized it right away.
Yep.
Both coaches on the Eagan squad were quick to remind him, as were a couple of the players.
Yeah, you can take that. You can take that inbound pass as deep as you want. So no one touched it. So that was the Eagan ball.
Eagan inbounds to Eckerly. Now facing a double team. Tries to get it into Polonsky. Can't do it. Jumped up. Good defense there by Sydney Blandon.
That's another kind of Farmington characteristic from their head coach, is that jump trap defense, where they kind of have two people back and they try and get that little trap going.
Is you've got some of the history with it? Is it optional? Can they more or less decide, or is it all staged from the sideline?
Well, they can decide it, I think.
On the original? Okay.
Yeah, and they get a lot there.
It's nice when you can give your players flexibility like that. Yep. Scott working on Polonsky. Ball poked away.
Oh, and she spun around a little bit
and travel. Farmington turns it over. Eagan ball working again against the full court pressure. Ball inbounded to Polonsky. Polonsky looking for the long pass. Gets it ahead to Eckerly at the half-court line. Eckerly attacks at the elbow. Over to Cheddar. Baseline jumper. Rattles around. Won't go. Delaney Hoke working for the loose ball. Going to have a foul go against Caitlin Moore. That'll be her second, team fifth. Hansen to inbound. Cheddar. 3 in the air. Shot won't go. Going to get her own rebound with the runner.
Good follow on her shot.
Nice teardrop in the lane, following her own shot. Veteran move, Lindsay Cheddar. Steffes ahead with pace, working against Eckerly. Goes back door. Bodies collide. She was looking for Samantha Wiebold. Lindsay Cheddar came over and incidentally took out a kneecap there. Wiebold went down hard, but seems to be okay. Good hustle by Farmington.
Right.
Moving the ball down the floor as Erickson will check in for Hoke.
I got a little confusion on the subs. Farmington wanted to sub the Suitor out for this one-on-one bonus shot. Now they,
That's
no.
an 8 foul for them. It should be 8. Okay.
And Samantha Wiebold makes the first, and again now the second. Cutting the Eagan lead to 24-15 with a little over 2 minutes left in the first half.
Yeah, Eagan needs to kind of get back into their game here a little bit. Farmington's kind of took the momentum away from them.
Pass a little too strong by Polonsky for Eckerly. It's just not that tall. Farmington comes away with the turnover. Oh, shot high up off the glass, won't go. Rolls around the backside. Amazingly enough for the Wildcats, they had a bigger lead. They started turning the ball over a little bit, and they have less of a lead.
Yep, that's how it usually works.
Amazing. Polonsky head to Eckerly. Eckerly works through traffic, picks up the dribble. Ball tried to poke away by Farmington. Erickson's double team to Eckerly to Hansen. Hansen over to Cheddar. Cheddar dribbles hard with the right hand. Shot is rejected by Scott. Maya Scott once again all over the place for the Farmington Tigers.
She's really, that was a nice block. There's good athleticism there. Put her hand on that ball.
Gibson gets it over to Steffies, working on Eckerly. Picks up the dribble, back to Gibson. Gibson with the right hand, gets it over to Scott. Scott switches right now left, goes hard to the lane.
Throws it over the top.
Polonsky came over to help, altered the shot. Shot was a little strong.
Yeah, it was a little. Coach was next to me, was thinking that maybe she got hammered on it. Didn't look too bad though. She was just a little out of control maybe.
Eagan inbounding to Polonsky. Polonsky directing. Gets it over to Hansen. Hansen ahead to Erickson. Erickson drives the lane. Shot won't go.
That was a good drive to the basket. It's got a little underneath, a little hit the bottom of the backboard.
Farmington working. Landon goes left hand, won't go. Lindsay Cheddar clears, and now she's pushing ahead with pace with the 4-on-4. Gets it to Erickson. Erickson's going to have steps.
Yep, she's going to shuffle a little bit before she takes off. Egan's lucky here. Farmington's had a lot of attempts right underneath the basket, and they haven't been able to finish them. There's probably 5 or 6 baskets there that they've not gotten right underneath the basket.
Logic says you keep giving them that many opportunities, they will finish.
They will start making them, and so far they've been pretty lucky.
Steffies with a step back 3 won't go. One-handed rebound, Polonsky. Looks for Eckerly. Eckerly measures with 30 seconds left here in the first half, a 9-point Eagan Wildcat lead. Eckerly dribbles right, bounce pass to Erickson. Erickson at the elbow to Polonsky. Polonsky works left hand, spins right. Ooh. No call. Ball will stay with Eagan.
Knocked it out.
16.1 remaining. Hansen. And missed Polonsky the first time, goes the second. Polonsky lays it up.
And then she gets the foul this time.
Unable to knock it home, but Lexi Labe is going to get called for her first foul, team 7th. Polonsky will head to the free throw line for her first free throws of the game. First one bounces around the rim and out. Almost looks like Polonsky has not been subbed out at this point.
No, I don't think so.
Second free throw in the air.
Looks good. Oh, yes.
You almost black-catted that one, partner.
I almost did, yeah.
Right.
Farmington pushing pace, 10 seconds left.
Let's see if we get
Steffies working against Eckerly, pushes off with the left hand, no call.
Yeah.
Gets it over to Clayton, drives hard with the left hand. Nice take by Abby Clayton.
Yeah.
Caught the ball in the elbow. Let's hear you replay, and then dribbles hard with the left hand through 2 defenders. Going to get Karina Hansen.
Yeah, got Karina Hansen coming over on the help side, playing the help defense. And
2 Wildcats battle for the rebound. Lindsay Cheddar with 1 second left.
Yeah, Karina had just held her ground and not been moving. I think that might have not been a non-call or got an offensive even, but she was bouncing in on her, and they got her for the body.
I think you're right on that part.
Ooh, I smell the hot dogs cooking there, bud.
Best hot dogs in the conference, I've been
So,
told.
Yeah, they are.
At the end of one, we have Eagan Wildcats 25, Farmington Tigers 17. Three-point in the air by Caitlin Moore for Farmington. Makes the game 27-20 Egan's favor. Egan working against the press. Ball goes over to Hoke. Hoke couldn't quite handle the pass. Ball goes the other way with Farmington's Moore. Gets it ahead to Wiebold. Wiebold resets the offense.
Well, before we got on live, Lily had a great drive into the basket right there at the beginning of the game. Coming in to get Eagan off to a really good start, which they needed to do after kind of losing the momentum in the first half. Coming out strong would be a good thing for them to do there. She's trying to pass the ball in, but to Hope, but got it blocked. Scott picks the ball up, and she brings it up the court.
Maya Scott over to...
Oh, we got a hold on the ground.
Be a hold on the ground before Moore can attempt the shot. Number 31 for Farmington is Maya Scott, sources tell me. Going to go ahead and guess relation. Shot attempt by Farmington's Moore. It's partially blocked by Clayton. Now ball goes over to Abby Clayton for Farmington. Back up top to Scott. Scott to Scott. Working on Erickson. Scott with the right hand. This ball out to Abby Clayton. Goes up with the left hand. Shot won't go. Gets her own rebound. Shot blocked by
nice.
Polanski. Rebound fought for.
And there's Scott in there again.
Ball's going to remain Farmington possession. Scott to Scott on the inbound. Three-pointer in the air. Off the back of the neck of the rim. Won't go. Long rebound chased down by Abby Clayton. Over to Scott. Scott to Scott. Working on Fandre. Bounce the ball off her foot.
So who did your inside information tell you about the Scott and the Scott? How's that work?
I have gotten no further than just the name, but I'm going to assume one is younger than the other.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume 31
the younger sister.
is the younger sister. Ball knocked out to Polanski. Three-pointer in the air is Cash. Jocelyn Polanski. Three-point Eagan.
Inside, outside, she does the work on both sides.
Nice pass by Fandre. Ball ahead to Wiebold. Wiebold with the left hand. Dishes out to Moore. Moore gets it back to Scott. Scott shot won't go. Looks like it was partially deflected by one of the Wildcats. Possession will stay with Farmington. Scott's three-pointer won't go. Rebound cleared by Jess Van Wyk, who's entered the game into the second half.
Yeah, I think 31, the Scott that's the 31 was on the B squad game earlier tonight. And it's coming in to play a third half here in the JV game.
Get the young ones in.
Yep. She did a pretty good, she was pretty good in the B squad games, kind of ran the show down for their team on the B squad.
Long pass ahead to Wiebold. Wiebold over to Clayton. Back to Wiebold. Wiebold sets it back to Scott, who looks to reset the offense. Scott, nice dribble drive with the left hand. Shot's partially rejected by Polanski. Clayton clears. That shot won't go. Delaney Hoke with the rebound. Ahead to Lily Fandre. Oh, Lily with a nice crossover dribble.
She was thinking Hoke was coming up on that side, but Hoke was not quite there yet. And so the ball ends up going out of bounds. I think Stacy's going to call maybe not a timeout. All right, he is finally going to call the timeout. 30-second timeout.
Needed to chat about something first.
Yep, he needed to make a comment about something there.
Eagan JV coach Josh Stacy calls his first time out of the second half as the Wildcats surge ahead to a 30-20 lead with just over 2:30 left here in the second half.
So, yeah, it was good that they came out pretty aggressive right off the start, trying to gain that momentum back that they were kind of losing in the end of the first half, because they started the game out like really strong. Really strong momentum, but you could kind of feel it shifting there with, about that 8-minute mark in the second half, and Farmington was chipping away at that lead. So it was good that they came out in the second half, established their game strong right off the bat.
And well played by Coach Josh Stacy, having a very good temperature having a good feel for the temperature of the game.
Right, yeah.
Started to feel it getting a little slippery.
Right.
Use a couple of strategic timeouts, reset some things.
Yep.
And for Eagan, for this team, and for like most other teams, and you and I have talked about it in the past, you can limit turnovers. It's such a different game, and for the most part, Eagan's been able to do that tonight. The few times that they haven't, Farmington's made 2 runs, and they were both fueled by Wildcat turnovers.
Right, and those turnovers are coming off the press too. So, and we'll see if we can get Eagan to handle that press a little bit better, a little more patient, not force the ball, try to pass it right through somebody, but make a good pass.
Nothing wrong with the 5-second penalty here and there, right?
Nope.
Scott working against Eckerly. Gets it out in the corner to Wiebold. Wiebold's 3-point attempt won't go. Rebound banged around, recovered by Lalby. Lalby's going to go ahead and travel.
So we just had a little explanation on traveling here with the Farmington coach. And, picked up her pivot foot before she put the ball on the floor.
Long pass by Polonsky ahead to Fandre. Fandre is looking for Hoke down low, couldn't find her.
Yeah, Hoke's been open down low. They just got to get the ball up to her.
Outstretched arms are sometimes tough to pass over.
Oh, nice
3-point attempt in the air by Caitlin Moore is good. The sophomore forward cuts the Eagan gap to 7. Fandre working on baseline, over to Eckerly. Eckerly to Polonsky, over to Hoke. Hoke's baseline jumper rolls out, no. Rebound Polonsky.
We're going to get a jump ball.
Oh, very quick whistle there. Let him work it out a little bit.
Right.
All for naught. It'll be Eagan's possession. Lily Fandre to inbound. Looks for Polonsky at the elbow. Can't find her. Over to Jess Van Wyck. Back to Fandre. Fandre using the Polonsky pick. Gets to the elbow. Picks up the dribble. Resets to Polonsky. Polonsky to Hoke down low. Post. Nice entry pass. Good position. Delaney Hoke is able to finish.
That was a nice play. Nice post up by Hoke. Good read by Polonsky to get her the ball.
Good patience by the Eagan offense gives Delaney Hoke her 6th point of the game.
Good passes lead to good shots, and that was a perfect example of that. She put the ball right where it needed to. Oh, nice defense.
Lily Fandre playing the passing lanes. Steele going the other way. Finishes with a left-hand layup with a run of their own for Eagan, extending the lead 34-23 versus the Farmington Tigers. As Scott continues to work on Eckerly. Eckerly sticking pretty good. Pass over to Moore. Moore to Wiebold. Wiebold working through traffic. Back to Scott. Scott to the left-handed elbow. Jumper short, front of the rim. Rebound battled. Ball bounced over to Samantha Wiebold, and she was fouled by Jess Van Wyck.
Yeah, it was Jess's first foul.
She comes in the second half, usually likes to use 4 or 5 of them.
Well,
she will not be shortchanged, that's right.
If you don't play the first half, you still have 5 in the second. So.
It's all that pent-up time watching the game.
Right.
Sometimes you just can't help it. Samantha Wiebold converts her first free throw. Second follows the same course. Good. Checking in for Farmington is Tara DeCrook. Going to give Wiebold a rest. Eagan inbounds to Polonsky. Gets double team. Ahead to Eckerly. Eckerly up.
You don't want to get
Careful.
trapped on there.
3 of them.
Trapped on that timeline.
And the Farmington press working to form there, trapping Morgan Eckerly. 3 Tigers.
Yeah, that's a tough matchup there for Morgan when she got 3 of them, pinned her in on the timeline there.
Eckerly, just a freshman. Guarding Scott, who gets into the lane. Shot won't go. Rebound cleared by JVW. Fandre ahead with pace. Again, the Wildcats running hard. Fandre Over to Remmel.
Yeah.
Remmel working on Moore. Remmel's going to draw the foul on Moore.
Yeah, she went to the basket and Moore stepped out in front of her and gave her a little push.
It will be Moore's third. She's leading the current Tigers on the floor with 9 points.
Oh,
nice
good
inbound
feed.
pass, JVW. Over to Remmel. Remmel's left-handed attempt won't go.
I think she was maybe a little surprised how wide open she was on that shot.
I think you're right, partner. Nice hustle by Fandre on that breakaway attempt. Is able to do just enough to force the ball to bounce off of a Farmington player. Farmington will retain possession.
You watch the top shot, Terry. Farmington likes to do that line up along the baseline and then pop somebody up the top.
Well, Jess Van Wyk picks the pocket, heads hard to the hole, lays it up and in. JVW, nice defensive play and good burst of speed to get to the block.
Yep. We're going to hold here. Polonsky.
You know, hold on Polonsky. That'll be her first. Only her first.
And she played the whole first half.
Yeah,
And then
she should have had at least 1 or 2 by now.
You would think so, but she did good. She didn't get any of the first half. Now she can start kicking them in.
Ball over into the corner. Scott over to Scott, working with JVW. Good defense. Spinning Scott goes cross court. Over to Moore. Moore pump fakes, gets into the lane. Nice play by Catherine Moore.
Van Wyk wasn't going to give up that right-handed drive for Scott, though. Oh, there we go.
Head over to Remmel. Eagan beats the press.
That time she was ready for it. She knew she was open. She's finished it.
Good ball movement.
Oh, nice
Lily
pick.
Fandre. Pick in the pocket, hard to the hole. Finishes with the floating left hand. Lily Fandre converting her 9th points of the game.
She's got those long arms and just boom, out they come, and there she goes with the ball. Oh, good hustle.
Good defensive pressure by the Wildcats. Going to force a jump ball. Possession will go to Eagan.
I would not be wanting to be grabbing for ball and have Jess Van Wyk come down and hit me with her shoulder.
No, thank you, sir.
I wouldn't want to have that happen. She's strong.
Deep pass to Polonsky. Gathers, lays
nice
it up and in.
Nice under move.
Wow, very well done. Jess Van Wyk to Jocelyn Polonsky.
That was a great move, and she's just an 8th grader, too. She's got a great future here.
Nice pass by JVW to really set the play up.
And a little hold at the top here. That would be on Remmel, right?
Yeah, that would be Remmel's 4th, team 4th.
So we're going to see Eckerly come in for Remmel.
Going to ride it out there. Smart play by Lexi Labud. It's a senior. And whether she knew Remmel had 4 fouls or not, I'll choose to think that she did. Polonsky trying to go cross court, lost the handle.
Oh, that's going to get the block. She was trying to go for that charge, but if you're going to take the charge, you got to go down. You got to sell it. You got to get down on the floor.
That's the part that she just can't wrap her arms around.
Right?
She doesn't go down.
Yep.
Good position. You're absolutely right, because I think she was there for the position.
Yep.
Scott's free throw attempt won't
Here she
go.
comes, and now she got both feet kind of just planted. She does. Now she just would go down right there.
Yep.
I think she'd have it, but she walks, and then it becomes a,
Yeah, a little harder. You're absolutely right. It's a good call, partner.
Yeah, you gotta sell it. You gotta get a little drama going.
Polonsky ahead to Fandre, running the break, tries to go to Erickson. Ball is knocked out of bounds as Ashley Erickson is knocked to the ground. No call there. Ball is already out of bounds on contact. Eagan retains possession. Van Wyk into Polonsky. Polonsky through double team.
She's going to try that up and under again there, but
I'm sure she knew that second person was there.
Yeah, there was 2 of them there, and it wasn't going to be quite as easy that time.
Van Wyk looking. Oh, nice entry to Erickson. Just couldn't quite handle. Lily Fandre. Bodies flying everywhere. Ball's ahead to Lobby. Lobby gets it over to Gibson. 3-pointer won't go. Nice defensive position by Ashley Erickson. Going to have a foul on Farmington. That foul is going to go on Maya Scott, her 2nd. Van Wyk into Polonsky. Polonsky measuring. Over to Erickson. Erickson in the corner. Goes back to Polonsky, but can have over and back. There were 3 Farmington Tigers there.
Yeah, Coach Stacy was saying the ball was tipped, but I'm not sure I saw it.
Farmington ball.
Take a look at the replay here. She's got 3 of them on her.
Oh, there's certainly a tip there.
Yeah, I think so.
Certainly a tip.
She was trying to get over everybody.
I have confidence they will get the next one. Van Wyck grabs a rebound, gets it over to Erickson. Erickson ahead to Polonsky. Polonsky dribbles with the left, now crosses right, gets to the elbow, to the line, to the lane.
And draws the foul. Well, she put her head down. Train kept her rolling there. It was going to the basket.
Certainly did seem determined there.
Yep.
That Farmington foul is going to go against Lexi Galabi. That'll be her second, team third, as Jocelyn Polonsky heads to the line.
That's a good free throw. Nothing but net. Put that one away. Extends the lead to 13. See, I can give you the difference here because it's easy in the math.
Nice round number.
Yep, I will take.
Like those zeros, do you, partner?
I do. Yeah. And another second one. That's good. So Egan's holding on to this lead deep into the second half. Farmington's going to have to really start picking it up here if they're going to get back into the game.
Egan's going to look to keep an eye on the shooters, try and keep these 2-point possessions as the ball gets put to the elbow to Sophie Hart. Checked by Polonsky. Pass goes back out to Clayton, working against Erickson. Clayton picks up the dribble.
Yep, they're taking too much time here. They need to make something happen fairly quickly. They got to make up a 14-point deficit.
Ball again into Hart.
So good defense by Eagan, not letting them get an easy shot.
Yeah, I think Eagan would trade 2 points for 60 seconds. Just as I say that, they're going to get an opportunity for a third on a nice individual play once again by Maya Scott.
That was on Fandre.
Yeah, that's going to go against Lily Fandre. That'll be her third as Maya Scott completes the traditional 3-point play. Maya Scott might only have 6 points thus far, but she's been a real impact player for the Tigers. Doing a little bit of everything.
Now we can't get into some turnovers here, Eagan. Eagan's got to hold on to the ball and have possession of it. Clock is our friend right now, so.
3-point play and then a turnover is pretty much the last thing you want with the lead, right, partner?
Yeah, exactly. At this point in the game. There's still enough time for Farmington to make a run at this. Well,
nice take by Scott, working off multiple picks, gets into the lane.
5 points.
Quick 5-0 run.
Yep. That was a nice elevation with Scott, too, but she really got up in the air. Oh, now we're going to get the foul.
Well done by Lily Fandre,
Yep.
keeping strong with the ball.
Keeping that dribble going and moving into the middle of the court, drawing the foul.
Eagan stacks the reset. Ball gets into Fandre. 6.5 minutes left. 9-point Eagan lead.
Eagan's going to probably run into their
high-low action with Fandre and Polonsky. Can't quite make the entry pass on the switch. Polonsky still has the switch they're looking for.
Eagan's going to be very patient here, get a good shot.
Comes a Polonsky pick. Fandre picks up the dribble over to Erickson. Erickson drives, step back.
Oh, nice rebound by Fandre.
Fandre gets it to Erickson, gonna travel.
And then she's gonna travel. There's a couple of those shuffling steps tonight.
As Delaney Hoke checks back in for Ashley Erickson. As we go over current point scores for Farmington, we have Maya Scott with 8. Samantha Wiebold with 7. And still on the floor, we have Abby Clayton with 2. For the Wildcats, we have Delaney Hoke with 6. Jocelyn Polonsky with 14.
Yeah, Polonsky's having a great game tonight. Just now ripped down another rebound.
Jess Van Wyk with 2 and Lily Fandre with 9.
Yeah, Lily Fandre's having a great game too. Keeping that upbeat pace going. Polonsky just an animal underneath the boards. There's a good steal by Eagan.
Poked around.
We want to pull this up.
Delaney Hoke does the wise thing and resets to Erickson. Erickson to Fandre.
It's all about control now for Eagan. Eagan's got to maintain control of the ball.
Polonsky drops it down to Hoke. Hoke, good position, can't quite convert.
Yeah.
That was a good possession for the Cats. Just couldn't quite convert. Scott drives hard, gets to the block, goes through 2 Wildcat defenders and lays it off soft off the glass.
And then she's up high again. He's got 10 points already.
Erickson ahead to Polonsky. Polonsky to the block, to the line, to the lane, cannot finish. Hoke grabs the rebound, and she'll go to the free throw line for her efforts.
Yeah, Scott's like putting the whole team on her shoulders and trying to carry them. You can tell she's tired right now, too.
Catching fire, she is.
Yeah.
Needs to be wholesale substitutions for the Tigers. Delaney Hoke's first attempt. Rattles in and out. In for the Tigers is going to be Scott, Moore, and Wiebold.
Yeah, getting their starters back in and getting a fresh run here at the for the rest of the second half. That free throw's a little short.
Second free throw won't go, and now Farmington coming the other way with numbers after Eagan was going for the offensive rebound. Shot up in the air, won't go, rejected. Rebound pulled down by Polonsky, ahead to Jess Van Wyk, 2-on-1 break, goes hard to the lane, won't go. Got fast-paced action, neither team able to convert. Good looks.
Right.
Eagan right now clinging to a 7-point lead the way it's feeling. Ball is dished out to Lexi Labe, long 3-pointer won't go, rebound Hoke, and now Eagan comes away with numbers, over to Polonsky. Push no call, gets it back out to Fandre. Fandre for 3. That shot won't go.
I think
Caitlin Moore tried to corral the rebound. Can't.
I was going to say, I think Stacy's looking for a timeout. He wants to rein these guys in a little bit. Things are getting going crazy.
Very well-timed timeout for Josh Stacy.
7-point lead with 4 minutes left. You just felt like things were getting a little out of control.
And it was a 14-point lead at 6:28.
Right.
So in just over 2 minutes, Tigers are able to cut the lead in half. Not easy to do.
And Scott for Farmington she's just been on all over the court. Defense, offense, grabbing rebounds, going for the basket, elevating above our players. It's we got to kind of try and rein her in a little bit and then maintain control here in this last 4 minutes, try and burn some of that clock down.
I'd like to see what the Tigers do. They already have a pretty good full court press that has done some things at some times to the Wildcats. We'll see if they change it up with any other surprises or if they just turn up the tempo on the already good existing press.
Well, later tonight we have senior night. We honor our 4 seniors in the varsity game. Between the games, they will be bringing them out on the floor and introducing them to the crowd.
Very special night.
Yep.
I'm very excited. We've been looking forward to tonight all day long.
Yep.
Okay, Eagan will retain possession on the floor for the Wildcats. It is Eckerly, Fandre, Polonsky, Hoke, and Jess Van Wyk.
Want to get an inbound here.
Gets it out to Eckerly. Ball is batted around. Possession stays with the Wildcats.
It's the other Scott that knocked that ball out.
Inbounded to Polonsky. Farmington really turning up the defensive pressure.
Well, they're going to have
Fandre.
They're down right now. They need to get the steal here.
Fandre works off the Polonsky pick, picks up the dribble. Back to Polonsky. Polonsky fakes left, dribbles right. Looks for Jess Van Wyk on the back door.
And it's going to stay with Eagan.
Good idea.
Yep.
Ball bounced around, fortunately, to stay with the Wildcats.
Yeah, it was fortunate for Eagan. That ball ended up back on our side. Let's see if we can get an inbound here, not a time delay. Ooh, dangerous pass.
Lollipop pass, looking for Fandre. Good hustle back down by Polonsky.
She was good hustle back in, get that rebound.
Rebound wrestled away by Van Wyk, gets it ahead to Fandre. Has Hoke ahead, can't see her. And wisely pulling it out. Now the hesitation goes to the lane.
Ooh, I thought she might have got fouled there. Look, she was stopped in midair. Here comes Scott, dishes it.
Crazy pace right now, up and down. Farmington cuts the lead now to 5 for Eagan. Wildcats inbound to Polonsky. Polonsky looking for the long pass, can't find it, picks up her dribble, now takes the long pass to Fandre, bounces off her hands. And the turnovers, here they come for the Wildcats. Ball ahead quickly to Moore.
And
Moore gets it out to Wiebold. Wiebold
now we got it down to a 2-point game.
throws in a dagger for 3. Ball to Polanski, over to Fandry. Fandry double teamed.
I think, yeah, I was going to say we got a foul here. Yeah.
Going to be a foul. That foul's going to go against
the other Scott.
Ball inbounded to Fandry. Fandry gets to the left block. Alley oop to Hogue.
Oh,
Shot won't go.
I needed that one too. A little insurance basket would be good right here.
And Egan's been stuck on 44 for about 3 minutes. Ball out to Moore. Moore once again hits a baseline jumper, tying the score. 2.5 to play. Scores 44 all here at Eagan Gymnasium. Ball to Polanski. Polanski ahead to Van Wyk. Van Wyk dribbles with the left hand, spins out. Now the double team over to Polanski. Polanski thinks again on the 3.
She was looking at it.
Over to
If it was a
Fandry.
little different situation, I think she might have taken it.
Probably a good decision to pull it back, run some clock, try and get their legs back under him again. Eckerly baseline
nice
3.
three-point
That one
shot.
will go Morgan Eckerly.
That was a great shot.
First points of the game. She makes them count. Extending Egan's lead, or getting the lead back rather, 3-point lead. Baseline jumper. Once again,
It's a 2-pointer, so
Caitlin Moore. Caitlin Moore catching fire here just in the last 60 seconds. Eckerly trapped in the background, over to Van Wyk. Van Wyk crosses half court, long pass to Hogue. Hogue can't finish, rebound, Polanski lays it up and in.
Oh, that was a good follow by Polanski. Would be down, get hustled back down there.
3-point lead, Eagan Wildcats. Farmington is going to go ahead and talk it over.
I think Polanski's leading everybody with 16 points tonight. A heck of a game. I don't think she's come out the whole game, has she?
I don't think so. Starting to look a little tired. Some would say she had been off for a couple weeks, so she's got some built up currency there.
There was Morgan's 3-point shot. That was a beautiful shot.
Clutch play for Morgan Eckerly.
Yeah.
Eagan desperately needed that basket.
They did.
And good follow up by Polanski on the hustle play to get it back up and in. This 3-point lead is a very delicate 3-point lead.
It very is. There's the shot again.
Eckerly, good form, catch, shoot, splash.
So the key here is to play smart. No turnovers, right?
No turnovers. Both teams 1 foul away from the bonus.
Yep.
Certainly something to keep an eye on. If you're Eagan, the last thing you want to do is stop the clock.
Yep.
And I'm sure Farmington coaches discussing anything that doesn't happen that they don't like can immediately foul to try and limit time Eagan's able to take off the clock.
Look at the crowds jumping with excitement over there.
On the floor for Farmington is Lobby, Scott, Clayton, and Moore. For Eagan, it's Polanski, Fandry, Erickson, Remmel, and Just Van Wyk.
Very important for Eagan to play some good defense here, not give up a 3-point or a 3-point play. We almost got to carry.
Make him earn it. Scott, checked by Eckerly. Over to Clayton, checked by Polanski. Over to Moore, long jumper in the air, won't go. Rebound, Remmel has it ripped away by Scott.
Tough shot there.
Bodies flying everywhere. Polanski gets the rebound, and it's a jump ball
trying to clear it.
instead of a
Reach-in foul there. She was trying to clear it, trying to keep it moving, but they managed to get some hands on it and get touched off by Farmington before it goes out of bounds.
minute left to play. Again, Eagan up 3, 49-46. Jess Van Wyk to inbound against the ferocious Farmington full court pressure. Really making Eagan work very, very hard for everything. Van Wyk gets it into Polanski.
Someone's going to come back and get it. There's a Morgan.
Eckerly now double teamed. Gotta back it up. Gets over the half court line.
Good.
Ahead to Jess Van Wyk. Back to Eckerly. Give and
knocked
go.
out of
Nice
bounds.
pass, but good defensive hustle. I believe that was Clayton that came back to
I think so.
block it.
Yep.
Good hustle by the Tigers.
We got to get a good inbound pass here. There we go.
Ball into Fandry. Fandry gets out of the corner. Resets to Eckerly near the half-court line. Trying to get to Remmel. Ball is turned over on an errant pass. Scott has it.
Ahead.
Over to Lobby. Lobby for
Long
three.
Not the
Shot won't go. Rebound Polanski going to be jumped.
I don't think that was the shot Farmington was looking for there. That was a little long for the three. Get it a little bit better.
Possession arrow will stay with the Tigers.
Oh, that's an unfortunate break for Eagan.
Scott working against Eckerle. Dribbles with the left hand. Over to her sister and back again. Staying with the Scots. Wiebold works baseline, pivots back, kicks back out to Scott. 15 seconds left. Over to Lobby, to Scott. Corner to Moore.
There's that long shot again.
Lobby's long three won't go. Rebounds banged ahead. Remmel will pursue, and time will expire.
Nice. Whew, that's a close one to win that. When Remmel knocked that ball, that was actually a smart play just to get it moving up
knock
court.
it ahead, burn more time.
Yep.
In a really exciting JV game here at Eagan Gymnasium. We got Eagan 49, Farmington 46 in a really entertaining game.
Yeah, it was a great comeback by Farmington. I mean, they just did everything right to get back into that game. Just wasn't quite enough to finish it out.
To be able to go from a 14-point deficit to a 7-point deficit in 2 minutes, and then the next 7 in 60 seconds. That was a pretty impressive 3-minute stretch.
That's kind of how you do it.
I'm sure Coach Josh Stacy will talk about that tomorrow, but in the meantime, we'll be happy to get out of here with the W.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
I'd like to thank everyone for joining us for this JV matchup. We will be back in just a short 20 minutes for senior night here at Eagan Wildcats Stadium. I'm Brian Polanski.
I'm Andrew Miller.
And we will be right back. Thanks for joining us.